world television. That is Worldwide Wrestling. Tony, we've got some news for you fans for the 4th time. That's right, for the 4th time. The new World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. That's great.
And we're going to see how they won those World Tag Team titles. Dave, we're going to take a look at all the top stars of wrestling. Kendall Windham is with us here today for the first time. And also, David, I'm going to talk to Jim Crockett in just a few minutes about the Great American Bash of 1987, the Great American Bash on tour.
All right, you talk about the Great American Bash. We have two men that you know will be around at the Great American Bash. I'm talking about Lex Luger and J.J. Dillon. Mr. Dillon, Mr. Luger.
I want to first wish my congratulations to the Rock and Roll Express new World Tag Team Champions. And they went on television and said, hey, before the summer's over, we're going to be World Tag Team Champions. I think maybe there might have been a little luck involved. And Lex Luger has also said before this summer's over, he will be the next United States champion. But I guarantee you one thing, there will be no element of luck in that situation.
JJ, you know as well as I do, you're around me a lot. My patience is gone when it comes to Nikita Koloff. I'm sick and tired every time I'm in the public eye saying, when are you going to beat Nikita Koloff? When are you going to be the U.S. champion? Nikita Koloff, you've grown soft. You don't even know what the inside of a gym looks like anymore. Lex Luger is in the gym doing extra repetitions every time I think of you, Nikita Koloff, because the total package is ready to strut his stuff for summer of '87. Nikita Koloff, you are the first chapter in a long, successful novel on the career of Lex Luger. Your first chapter is Lex Luger fulfilling his destiny as the next U.S. heavyweight champion. Take that to the bank.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Tony and Jimmy.
As you know, Jim Crockett Promotions, a lot of great events during the course of the year. But there's one event, the big event, the Great American Bash. And coming in July, fans, super summertime fun will be coming your way with the Great American Bash. Now, July 1st at the Civic Center in Lakeland, Florida, starts the Great American Bash on tour, going to such great cities as Landover, Maryland, and the Capitol Center, Richmond, Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, the Great American Bash on tour in Oklahoma City, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Philadelphia, just to name a few, and it all ends up the Great American Bash in the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. Also, the king of the bash, of course, David Allan Coe, country rock star in concert. The fabulous Freebirds in concert also with their rock reunion, and saw the top stars, the Rock and Roll Express in concert. And, of course, Mr. Jim Crockett and Jimmy, the Great American Bash, July 4th, a very special date for you in Atlanta.
That's correct, Tony. The Great American Bash, July the 4th, in Atlanta, Georgia, is a promoter's dream, and I think it'll be the wrestling fans' dream, because we have come up with and signed the most unique match in the history of wrestling. It has never been held before. The Great American Bash, July the 4th, Atlanta, Georgia, the match beyond.
We'll be hearing more in the weeks to come about the match beyond. Next week, of course, more updates on the Great American Bash. Jimmy, thank you very much. Let's go to the ring.
All right, we're back. Two of the Four Horsemen. World Television Champion Tully Blanchard and Dark Journey, and AA Arn Anderson. There you see him in the ring now. Look at him. Drive the knee right into the head. All right, Tony. That really was a great announcement about the Great American Bash.
And you know, once again, Jim Crockett Promotions gets our imagination rolling when you think about what is the match beyond, and we're going to find out in the weeks to come exactly what we're talking about, and I'm sure it's going to be really something else. July 4th in Atlanta. David, you know, we talked about the Rock and Roll Express being the World Tag Team Champions. When you think about new champions, you think about the contenders. Of course, the U.S. Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. But what about this team right here?
Two of the Four Horsemen, any combination. AA, look at him. He likes to punish a man, then make him submit. Tully Blanchard, World Television Champion.
And there's Dark Journey looking on, his personal secretary. Don't think that the Andersons, we're talking about Arn Anderson, I don't think he doesn't know a lot about tag team competition and a lot about the Rock and Roll Express.
They always talk about the Horsemen. It's a way of life. You breathe it, think it 24 hours a day. They work as one, all four of them. Really five when you count, six when you count Dark Journey and JJ. All right, the tag is made. Now watch it. See, he was ready for it. He backs up. Tony knows exactly what he wants to do. The teamwork is there. Greatest singles.
That is an awesome move, and it looks better every time you see it. That spine buster.
Now, the gourd buster.
That's it.
Two of his favorite moves. Tully comes over, says that's it, and yes it is. Holding up the sign of the Four Horsemen, the four fingers.
Tell you what, you rate the teams going after that World Tag Team title held by the Rock and Roll Express, put these two men right near the top of the list. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, two of the Four Horsemen, David.
Look at this. Beautiful move. Your winners, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard with Dark Journey. The Four Horsemen still rule wrestling.
Here's a reminder of the Great American Bash on tour in San Francisco at Civic Auditorium. And it's all coming away on Wednesday, July 8th. The bell time now is 8 o'clock at Civic Auditorium in San Francisco. All the top stars of the world of wrestling as the Great American Bash on tour. Here's a member of the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson.
Tony Schiavone, anybody who's never seen a Great American Bash, let me explain to you what it is. It sets records in attendance, sets records in quality matches, title changes. If you ever wanted to book a dream card when you had a main event from the first match to the last match, that's exactly what the Great American Bash is. Any combination is put together, whether it be the Superpowers against the Four Horsemen, the Road Warriors against the Four Horsemen, Midnight Express against the Rock and Roll Express. Any dream match you could put together in your head is exactly what you'll get at the Great American Bash.
Now let's bring in the manager of the Midnight Express U.S. Tag Team Champions, Jim Cornette.
You know something, San Francisco? You've seen all kind of great sporting events down through history. The San Francisco Bay Bombers. Hold on, Tony, while I cut the jam off. Let me tell you something, rock and roll. Something that we're fixed to cut off of you is them world title belts. If you want to keep them, then you better get them tattooed around your waist, brother, because by the time we get finished with you at the Great American Bash on tour, them belts in China are going to be about the same distance away from you. It's your fate. It's your destiny to always get upstaged by the Midnight Express. And, brother, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be the World Tag Team Champions again. If you got the guts, if you got the courage to put them titles on the line during the bash, we're going to take them maybe in San Francisco.
All right, we were talking about the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, and that grueling match against Ravishing Rick Rude and the Raging Bull with Paul Jones. Tony?
Certainly, once again, the Rock and Roll Express on top of the tag team scene. They told us they would, and let's take a look at how they did it.
Look at this match. The Bull, as always, takes him, punishing holds.
One of the strong points, as always, of the Rock and Roll Express, the fans cheer on stamina. To be a champion, you not only can dish it out, but you got to take it. We've seen it so many times, David.
So many times, though, they've gone up against the Bull and Rude and still go down in defeat because of Paul Jones.
It is easy to hold on to a title in many ways because you got the aid of a time limit. If the match goes to time limit, you're still the champion. If it's a disqualification, you're still the champion. So it's all on your side. The odds are on your side if you're the champion.
Look at the punishment the Bull is dishing out. Now see, overconfidence right there. He laid on him, he didn't hook the leg, didn't try to pin him there. This could have been the downfall.
Well, you can tell Paul Jones a little concerned right now. Looking on, checking with his man, Rick Rude. And you're right about confidence. You can just see it on the face of the Bull.
This man is very sure of himself.
He sure is. Sometimes it'll catch up with you, too. As we're going to see here. And
look at him. Still hurt. All right. There he is. The hands over the face. cutting the air supply off.
That's right.
Robert trying to make it over to Ricky. Ricky's out there. He's rested. He's ready to go.
We talk about getting that second or third win. How can you do it when he's got his hand over your nose and mouth? Oh, what a great move that was.
All right. Tag is made there.
Was it made?
Tommy Young didn't see it.
Once again, Paul Jones gets the attention of the referee.
They switch off. Who's in there? Firing away at Robert. Backs him in. Here he goes. Whips him across. Robert just cannot take much more of this. Firing away at him. Goes up on that second rope. Right to the side of the head. The fans the whole time cheering him. Don't give up, and he doesn't.
Now, as you can see right there, Rick Rude really hurt from that blow. Really hurt him right there.
And the fans now are picking Robert up. They're the ones, you can see them, you can hear them yelling and screaming to make that tag. And he does! Here comes Ricky. Now across. Good elbow in the chest. Fires away. Again, backs him in. Nice backdrop. Comes up, catches him. Now look at this.
Only a save, and that's the only way it got it right there from Rick Rude. Now remember the ball and Ricky Morton, illegal men in the ring.
All right, they threw Ricky out. Now double teaming. Ricky, up, over, down. That's it.
World Tag Team Champions again. Ricky and Robert and all the fans on their feet. David, once again, they're the champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the fourth time, the new World Tag Team Champions of Rock and Roll Express.
Stood behind us, and we said before the summer comes that we would be the 4 times NWA World Tag Team Champions. You see that the horsemen right here doing this right here. That don't stand for the 4 horsemen, baby. That stands for 4 times holding these NWA World Tag Team belts. And then again, you gotta mention all the bashes are coming up all over the great United States. And remember one thing, the Rock and Roll Express will be there. These titles will be on the line because we are wrestling champions. And these right here speak for themselves. So you remember that, baby. Woo! Rock and roll is on top of the world again. And thanks to all you people that stood behind us. We will be there defending these belts anytime because they're not going on the shelf to collect dust, baby. They're going to be standing for NWA, the best wrestling in the world today. So we'll see you for the 4th time, baby, champion again. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you see them. The World Tag Team Champions of Rock and Roll Express. They've got it. Lasertron, World Junior Heavyweight Champion. The Boogie Woogie Man. Unpredictable. Double backdrop.
And a fine tag team. We've seen them before, and we know how good they are. And I know two men also know, and that's Champion and Royal, the new breed. Know all about these two. Oh, great move.
They're priming themselves for the bash.
They really are. There are your winners.
In the ring. You see Old Glory sitting there. The Russians. Vladimir Pietrov and Ivan Koloff with Paul Jones.
I got something to say about the Rock and Roll Express. You know, it's one thing they ranted and raving about winning the belts. Well, I tell you, I'd be ashamed if I were you. Ravishing Rick Rude was injured, and Raging Bull almost beat both of them by himself. And brother, you may have caught me with my pants down, but it's not forever. You see the two Russians in there? Well, I'm going to show them how to get rid of that thorn in the side, Nikita Koloff, and also that blue-collar champion, Dusty Rhodes. The Barbarian is coming back. Now I've got Raging Bull, the Barbarian, and the two Russians. And we're gearing up for the bashes. And brother, let me tell you something. The way I'm going to motivate my men is I'm going to start putting $100 bills in their hands. And then when they smile, I'll stop. And then they'll get the job done that I want them to do. So brother, the bashes, gear up, because number one, Paul Jones is coming with his army.
All right, you heard it from Paul Jones. Look at this. He's got two winners right there. Vladimir Pietrov and Ivan Koloff. Look at the teamwork here. We talk about the Rock and Roll Express. Can they withstand the Russian might of Vladimir and Ivan?
They're awesome, and they win again. Fans, here's the World Television Champion with his private secretary, Dark Journey, Tully Blanchard. Tully?
You know, Dusty Rhodes, I like listening to him. The man comes out here, long hot summer, Tully Blanchard, you're gonna be mine all summer long. But you know, Big Dust, myself and the rest of the horsemen been out here talking long and loud for a long time. And we're gonna shut you up and get you out of wrestling. But it doesn't happen. Ric Flair's still the world's heavyweight champion. Tully Blanchard, world's television champion for as long as he wants to be. So Dusty Rhodes, $50,000, Magnum TA, down in the Greensboro Coliseum talking about I quit matches, something that happened 2 years ago. That doesn't make any difference. It's all down to one night. It's not past laurels, it's not past buildings, it's not past matches. It's all down to that one 60-minute period. It ain't the rest of the summer, because Big Dust, what's gonna happen with the long, hot summer when that 50 grand of the common people's money is in the horseman's bank account, earning interest for the horsemen? You thought about that, Big Dust? Because if you think the limo's gonna pull up outside the Greensboro Coliseum, and I'm gonna be quivering in my boots, and I'm gonna be scared to walk that aisle, you, my friend, are sadly mistaken, and you're fooling yourself and everybody else, because you have looked into these eyes real close and real hard up inside that squared circle. And Big Dust, Saturday nights are great, and you're a great hero, and you've been one for a long time. But you got to go out and reprove yourself to me, to all your fans, the common people, and the money. Because Big Dust, this Saturday night, there's going to be a lot to prove.
The United States Heavyweight Champion, Nikita Koloff.
You know, I would say, since what has happened between he and Lex Luger, that he has more determination in his eyes, but he always comes into a match loaded with determination, intensity.
A lot of people have called him the Russian Nightmare. Lex Luger, the fire in his eyes. But can it withstand this? The Russian sickle, which takes your head off.
Awesome. Another awesome man, of course, Lex Luger. And we have seen what has happened when these two men collide and how they feel about each other. Off goes the head of Cougar Jay, and the U.S. champion, Nikita Koloff, wins again. What happened with Lex Luger? David's going to talk to Nikita Koloff. We'll find out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States heavyweight champion, Nikita Koloff.
You know, you know, I hear Lex Luger come out here and talk. And he talk like a man who got a lot of confidence. Well, you should, Lex Luger. You got Judge Dillon to stand ringside. You got the Ric Flair. How can you say Tony Blanchard to stand behind you, Lex Luger? But you see, I'm different now from you. I am a lot different, Lex Luger. I have confidence too, but it is my wrestling ability. Just like Dusty Rhodes, he's confident in his wrestling ability. That's what makes us champions, Lex Luger. Something you know nothing about. You know nothing about having got inside, Lex Luger, having a heart right here, and having it in your mind, Lex Luger. So you remember one thing, Lex Luger, maybe you're going to knock Nikita Koloff down, but Nikita Koloff is going to get up again and be in your face again and again and again. Je t'entends.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States heavyweight champion, Nikita Koloff. Now let's go to the ring with more wrestling action. What's the tell? Everybody wants it.
Yeah, and on the other side, no one wants to feel the fist. As a matter of fact, I would be reluctant, and I think anybody would, to sign a contract with Ronnie Garvin. So you know Jim Cornette's scared to death.
Oh, you know it. When he has to get in the ring with this man, he's sadistic. And he's been teaching Gorgeous Jimmy. Gorgeous Jimmy wants the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair. Also, Ron Garvin does too.
Yeah, Ronnie Garvin's had some classic matches against the world champion, and of course, we know what the world champion wants, and that's precious.
And, you know, and it's like Dusty Rhodes said, the World Heavyweight Championship, the most coveted belt in the world. There is no other. And everybody wants it. These two men included.
Gorgeous Jimmy and Ronnie and David, here's a knockout punch.
Look at this. His guns are loaded. Cocks the trigger and fires away. Your winners, Hands of Stone, Ron Garvin, and Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with the Bodacious Precious.
It's the Great American Bash on tour on Wednesday, July 8th, the bell time of 8 o'clock at Civic Auditorium in San Francisco. All the top stars of professional wrestling as the Great American Bash is on tour Wednesday, July 8th, the bell time of 8 o'clock. All the top stars of the NWA. Let's bring in some of the top stars to talk to us at this time. First of all, let's bring in Kendall Windham, San Francisco, the Great American Bash on tour.
Thank you very much. You know, I've never been out on the West Coast before, but I'm really looking forward to it. The Great American Bash is one of the biggest things that ever happened in the sport of professional wrestling. San Francisco seems like a really nice town, and I can't wait to get out there.
Okay, Kendall Windham fans, Wednesday, July 8th, the bell time, 8 o'clock. Let's bring in the man with the hands of stone, Ron Garvin.
You know, it's a great honor to participate in the American Bash. You see, last year was probably the best I've ever seen in professional wrestling, and this year it's going to be even better. It's going to be bigger. You see, the competition in NWA, Jim Crockett Promotion, is at the highest level. See, that's why it makes me one of the top. And there's a lot of people that come on television and do a lot of bragging and a lot of talking. Well, there is nobody in the NWA, Jim Crockett Promotion, that walks around undefeated. So for the one that goes around bragging, somewhere down the line you got beat. Well, I'm looking forward to coming to San Francisco, and Ronnie Garvin has an open contract. Ronnie Garvin is looking for titles. Ronnie Garvin will get title. And before the summer is over, the Great American Bash, Ronnie Garvin will have left his mark somewhere, maybe right here.
Well, the best of the class of them all, the World Heavyweight Champion and a member of the Four Horsemen, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
You know, you couldn't help it over here. Dusty Rhodes out here. And I've got to admire the man for coming out here and calling it like it is. You see, only Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and a handful of others know what it is to be the world champion, to have the prestige, to have the glamour, to have the notoriety, and to make the money that this makes possible. And that's why, the Bashes are here. The whole month of July, the Four Horsemen, Jim Crockett Promotions, the World Heavyweight Championship, it's all gonna be there in the month of July. And if it's Greensboro, Charlotte, Chicago, LA, Frisco, Washington, Baltimore, New York, you know for a fact, because it says NWA, because it says Jim Crockett, because it says the National Wrestling Alliance, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Lex Luger, James J. Dillon, Dusty Rhodes, Ronnie Garvin, Jimmy Garvin, Precious, the Rock and Roll. The list is endless. We are the best in the greatest sport in the world, and we bring the best in total competition. And Nikita, that's why Luger is going to give you a gut check. He's going to take the U.S. title. Rock and Roll, that's why. Beside the fact that you got 10,000 little teeny boppers in their traded underwear hollering for you. It's a gut check. It's a contest. It's big time professional sports. The Bash on tour. The National Wrestling Alliance. Ric Flair. The Four Horsemen. The Bash. Woo!
All right, fans, to the ring.
He holds up the sign of the Four Horsemen, the men that rule wrestling. But in the ring right now, the family, the Wyndhams, Barry Windham and Kendall Windham.
And Kendall in there against Thunderfoot #1 with Barry right down at ringside watching his younger brother, David. You know, for a couple of years now, Kendall, as we take a look at Barry, Kendall's been down in Florida and he has had a lot of success. Regional champion down there many times, Florida heavyweight champion. And this young man is right here on Worldwide Wrestling, nationwide against Thunderfoot #1.
Thunderfoot takes him down, but Kendall comes right out. Holds onto that arm bar. You know, you look at this family, Kendall and Barry. The Four Horsemen you have to think of as a family. You know Barry's after. He's after a championship. He'll go after World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair and anyone out there that has a championship. Traveling the world over. And he's going to do it too.
Well, we've seen so far from Kendall Windham, looks pretty good. He is really aggressive, an offensive type wrestler. Of course, you know his brother Barry's like that also. And he is really straight right on top of Thunderfoot #1.
Thunderfoot goes for the eyes.
But Kendall got to his feet. That's a good sign right there. Staying on his feet, not going down.
Catches it. Spin him around. All right. Atomic drop.
And he goes after him in the corner. Oh, Bulldog. Good move.
That's his favorite move, the Bulldog. And it's proved a winner for him.
David, an impressive win to say the least for young Kendall Windham in his first appearance on Worldwide Wrestling with his brother Barry right at ringside. Here's the Bulldog.
Now you see why. The Bulldog is a winner for Kendall Windham.
Fans from somewhere way out there, here they are, the new breed, Chris Champion, Sean Roy.
You don't know where we're from. From the moons of Beta to the quasars of Utopias, the new breed has traveled. Shot through the time-space continuum to save wrestling from the likes of Boogie Woogie, Lasertron, and the two midgets, Rock and Roll Express, who seems to have had the U.S. Tag Team Championships handed to them on a silver platter.
The world champions.
Well, it doesn't matter. They got them handed to them on a silver platter. Nothing comes good to those who get it like that. Well, the new breed is going to show them new breed style, 2002, because we're sick and tired of the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell him, man, how is he out here, the Boogie Woogie Man, going around like a chicken with his head cut off? Well, we're going to show him right, my man. Tell him.
You know, there's a million, there's a billion, there's a trillion people, little girls and little boys, that are sadly mistaken. They have long hair, they wear little bandanas around their bodies, following their heroes, the little Punky Mortons, the World Tag Team Champions. Well, that is not right, and the new breed is going to do something about it in the very near future. You can count on that. Boogie Woogie and Lasertron, you guys are simple gluttons for punishment. You say you're gonna sneak up behind us, you don't. You come to the ring, you walk up, we beat you blatantly like a bunch of daggone idiots. You're gluttons for punishment. You must like the new breed beating you up. And it's so easy. You're doing our job for us. We want you out of wrestling. You're just coming to us and letting us beat you up and doing it on your own. 1, 2, 3. The Series 5 implant.
All right, fans, back to the ring now.
First the United States and next the world for the greatest champions in wrestling, Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan, the Midnight Express.
There you see it. United States Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express, Sweet Stan Lane, and Beautiful Bobby.
David, talk fast because Jim Cornette's working his way over towards you.
We're going to be cursed in a minute.
So we might as well say a few things while we can, and that is that this is a great tag team, and that's about all the time we have.
David, will you just win the Masters? That's a nice jacket you got on today. Yeah, look, as you see, my greatest champions in history of wrestling, as you see him right now, and David, he's doing that especially for you. He just sucked Gary Roll right in the face, especially for you. You see me with the gold over my shoulders signifying that we are the United States Tag Team Champions. You see Beautiful Bobby right now. Beautiful Bobby is taking control of Gary Roll at the present time. You see everything well in order, and I'm sure everybody knows that the Rock and Roll Express are the new World Tag Team Champions, and everybody's real happy, David. Well, let me tell you this about the Rock and Roll Express. I don't care who that they have wrestled in the past, they have always come back, avenged any defeat, avenged any kind of disaster that's befallen them, except for the Midnight Express, David, and you sit there and listen to me so rapturously. Except for the Midnight Express, they have never They have never put the Midnight Express out. They have never come back and avenged any defeat at the hands of the Midnight Express because they can't beat us. They got all these little teeny boppers out here thinking that they're the greatest and that rock and roll is here to stay. But it's so apropos that the men that we beat for the World Tag Team Championship the last time have it again, because now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the World Tag Team belts away from the Rock and Roll Express. We're going to leave them standing there with their thumbs sticking in their ears, and we're going to show everybody that we are the Express in wrestling, that we are the greatest tag team in wrestling, that our teamwork is second to none, just like you see there, and that we always have been the men that just could take the Rock and Roll Express at any point in time.
But they are second.
Yeah,
Because they are not the World Tag Team Champions.
but they're mean, as you can see.
Ooh, yes.
And you know the thing about it, they know the Rock and Roll Express. The nemesis of Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express for years has been the Rock and Roll Express.
And they have never, ever rid themselves of the rock and roll.
Microphone up here. Never mind. You see what's the matter with George South right there? He doesn't realize the quality athletes he's in a ring with. What I was doing, I was showing him the championship belts, and he was acting like he's in there with a couple of idiots, when in fact, he's in there. Stan's just lulling him into a false sense of security. He's in there with the greatest team in wrestling, the United States Tag Team Champions, and he has to be shown what he's up against. He should have never gotten the ring. By the way, as is my custom, every time we have a young team like this, I'm going to give them a break. I'm a charitable kind of guy. It's a title match today right here on TV. If they win the match, they can be United States Tag Team Champions, and I don't know how much bigger of a guy I can be.
Don't answer that one, David. I know what you're thinking. You know, this is a great team, though. And he certainly is a charitable type guy, because I know George South and Gary Royal are very happy to be going up for the titles.
Now take a look at that. You see the teamwork. The tag was made in the corner before Stan came bouncing out. And there it is, the double goozle, the greatest move in the history of professional wrestling. And I think we got another one down there. Look at beautiful Bobby. He likes to hook up all orifices of the man's body just to make sure he's pinned. He hooked the legs, he hooked the arms, he hooked the nose, he hooked everything.
All right. The United States Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express. They are a very good team. Look at this. That is teamwork.
The double goozle. There's your winner. Beautiful Bobby of the Midnight Express, along with Sweet Stan, and they're ringside with David.
You're low.
All right, with me now.
I like that.
And low down.
I like it. You got a nice monitor there. I watched our victory on. Maybe what you can do is after you get that monitor and everything, you get all the equipment set up, you can turn some air conditioning on in this building, because I am not used to being discomforted. Do you realize that all my life? I've had everything I wanted. That includes air conditioning.
You want to talk about
Now, let me tell you something.
What about Ron Garvin?
Let me tell you something about Ronnie Garvin. Ronnie Garvin and the Rock and Roll Express are who we're thinking about right now. You see, we got all kind of celebrities coming after us. As a matter of fact, Sweet Stan run into somebody today. But all kind of celebrities realize that the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette are the greatest. And Ronnie Garvin, what you're trying to do to me is put me out of the picture. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Rock and Roll Express hadn't paid you off a little extra. Even though I know you want to get your hands around my neck already, I bet the Rock and Roll Express paid you. Because you see, they're scared of the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette too, because they're the new World Tag Team Champions, and they want those belts for a while. Well, Rock and Roll, all I got to say to you is you got the month of June, and then the Great American Bash on tour happens all the month of July. Great cities all over this country, maybe even Bogota, Colombia, Lima, Peru, who knows? Well, Rock and Roll, we're going to give you June. You can be champions, you can wrestle who you want to wrestle, you can defend those belts. But when July rolls around, as part of that Great American Bash, what you better do is you better sign a contract and put those titles on the line to defend against the Midnight Express. Because if you don't, then I will go on a campaign to embarrass you publicly, to humiliate you, to make you realize that you're nothing but pieces of scum. So rock and roll, enjoy the belts while you got them. Then put them on the line against the Midnight Express when you're ready to lose them. Because believe me, that's what's going to happen. And Ronnie Garvin, you will never place your hands on me. I promise you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a long, hot summer. So stay tuned for the Great American Bash.
Don't go away, because coming up next on TV 58, your screen will be glowing with the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It's Glow, coming up next on TV 58.